Hello and welcome to Cookies, Fish and Capers, and today I'm at Quatford. Yes, I'm back on this stretch again on the BAA water. It's probably just about 3 miles, something like that, south of Bridge North, just off the Kidderminster Road. Famous for Tony's Cafe, which is literally just right near where you park your car. And I've walked quite away from my car today. I'm probably a good mile really, I suppose. I've walked there or thereabouts. It probably isn't, but it's felt like a mile. Fished this peg before, it's got some form. We're at the right time here. It's quite a mild day, although it is predicted to rain heavily, so I've picked a good day for it. Not. However, I'm looking forward to this. My right hand rod has got one orange chickpea, which I'll show you in just a moment. I've put that in like the coloration you use for homemade boilies. Flavoured in curry powder, and on the left hand rod I'm going for something a bit bigger. So I've got a size 4 barbless hook on that one, 3 red chickpeas, and I'm going to fish that on the inside crease on my old rod, and my John Wilson rod that's going to be out towards the far bank. So if you just hook up that, I look like either a big perch or a little jack pike right down here. Anyway, let's get straight into this, see in a bit. So, my John Wilson rod is there, and that is my luminous orange chickpea, flavoured in curry powder. Now, I've gone 50 gram, I might have to step up here, but I've got my usual 50 gram black block end feeder, cut out the bottom. And that is going to go over the far bank, which I'll show you in just a moment. So there is my other rod, which I'm going to fish down the inside crease here. Size 4 barbless, 3 chickpeas flavoured in pepperoni, all red flavoured, all red and ready to go. And as I say, that's just going to go down this inside crease here, so away from the other rod. Let's see how we get on. Fingers crossed, folks. Rain's just started, so better get my coat on ready. It's going to be a very wet day today. And you should be able to see that my right hand rod is well up in the air at the minute because of where it's located, basically. As you can appreciate, there's quite a flow on the water today, and I'm going to try and keep it as best I can in that area right at the back. Well, at last we're in, and you'll probably see I've changed the tip on my John Wilson rod because it's been a bit stronger. The top I got on there was a bit too light, I felt, and it needs to become something a bit stiffer on the top to hold the rod, hold the feeder out there. So I've put a cast out there. This feels a bit chubby, you know, doesn't feel like a barbel. Bear with me a minute. I'm in a bit of doo-doo here because my landing net is to my left. And what is this? Roach and Chub. Oh. Bear with a minute. Oh. 2 yellow chickpeas. He's in. Right, I'll come back to you in a minute. Start with a nice chub. Let's say 1.5 pounds, I would say. Took the 2 of my orange coloured chickpeas. Catch me in a bit. Well, this one's a turnout for the books. And I think a pike has just grabbed it as I was bringing it in. Yeah, he has. Poor thing. I'm going to put him straight back, but I've got to show you. There you are. Sadly, the other side of he's very damaged. I think a pike had grabbed him just as I pulled him in, so I'm going to put him straight back. But yeah, a roach around. Ooh, a few ounces there, I'd say. We're into a big one now. This is definitely a barbel. It's just ripped off. I was just resetting up my other rod and it ripped off. And as you can imagine, it's right in that snag, the far end. It feels a good fish, to be honest, this one does. I can't bully this one at all. This is holding firm. Just ripped off the rod, really. The rod just literally, I didn't get a chance to get the video on it. It had gone. Yeah, this feels decent actually. It's always hard to tell though, because you can imagine the water's up 2 or 3 feet from normal. But it does feel alright, but I'm probably going to embarrass myself now and find it's probably just a 2 or 3 pound roach. Roach, I wish. Barbel. But, so we'll see. Feels decent, but those orange chickpeas seem to be the ones that are doing the trick at the minute. Now I'm getting it closer. There's a bit of a jaggedy feel about it, so I think it's a small barbel, but I would take it nevertheless. Where are you? I have to say, on foot, things are very treacherous here at the minute, so you're going to have to bear with me a minute. I've got everything close to hand now. I've had a complete rearrangement over the last hour and a half. Yeah, it is a small one. There's me going on about it. I'll take it though. That would happen. He saw me and he took off. I'll take him. I'd say he's about 4 or 5 pound, but I'll come back to you in a minute. He's got a lot of energy in him. You can probably tell from the angle of the camera. It's a bit up and down here with the conditions, but yeah, I gave 2 or 3, maybe 4 pound maximum, but I'll take him. I'll see you in a bit. So I've got a size 4 barbless, and I'm going to see if I can get anything a bit bigger down this inside of here. Not many bites really, but just try it. I've never tried it on a straight hook like that, so well, why not? Let's see what happens, and yeah, come back to you in a bit. It's been a messy afternoon really, to be honest. I've lost a good hour and a half, 2 hours. I haven't been able to settle really this afternoon. I've finally got my right hand rod back out there. I got myself into a bit of a tangle earlier. I had to take everything apart. Obviously my inside rod now is on the meat. That rod's still on the bright fluorescent orange chickpeas flavoured in curry powder. It's getting taps on that one. This has got what I would say is a chub feel about it. I can hardly feel it. I don't think it's a big one. Could it be another roach? It's a right little roach actually. Well, I never. 2 chickpeas. Oh, that's a nice roach, that is. It's not a bad little roach at all. That's strange. He's not shy off a pound. I'll come back to you in a bit. So what would you give me that? I'll say a pound, but he's getting on for it, isn't he? 2 chickpeas. Incredible. Come back to you in a bit. Time is ticking away here, and there you go. I'm going for it, mate. I want something a bit decent, I think, and I'm going to put a big lump of meat on, and I'm going to fish down this inside crease here until it goes. Fingers crossed, folks. So just to show you, if this rod does go, this is how close I fish in. So here's my big lump of meat. I'll pull the other rod in for the moment while I'm doing this. But I'm literally just going to drop it. That looks worse than what it is, because I'm now going to just reel that back in a bit, especially as it's going darker. I'll put my drag on, so if anything does take it, I'll hear the drag go. But that is literally just down here. I've tightened up a little bit, so I know I've got it. And if that goes, we'll know. It'll scream off. Just before the light fades, you can see what I've done there. I've got them in the chickpeas air fried this morning. Oh, I've got to tell you that those ones were flavoured in turmeric. Anyway, these ones, curry powder with the orange dye. I was a bit surprised to catch the roach on them, but hey, maybe they thought it was sweet corn, I don't know. And yes, that meat rod is still out. And I tell you what, he's getting some savage bites now. That's why I've just put the video on for you, because I mean, it's sod's law, nothing will happen now, but yeah, I'm just getting some right little hits on that meat now. So the bigger stuff is starting to come in on it. One of the most difficult situations, and certainly in this position, is you have to put your, look at that, that's better, so you can see that there. I hope you did. So that is what I've done. 2 chickpeas right in there, and with any luck, I've never done that in my life, by the way, but if that actually worked, and I tried it earlier, I didn't really give it much chance, but I'm in an ahhing about it. Yeah, I'm going to do it, see what happens. So it's battle commenced. So the right hand rod is on the chickpeas on the hair, as per usual. So I've just cast to the right hand side there. That's my John Wilson rod. Left hand side on my old rod, well, you just saw what I did. I'd say it was about a size 4 or a 5 barbless Drennan. 2 chickpeas straight on the hook. Never done that before, but you know what? It's worth experimenting, isn't it? Let's see what happens. See you in a bit. So folks, you can probably tell from the weather or the noise behind me, it's pretty horrific right now. Every time it looks like I'm about to pack up. The last time I came here, the same thing. I'm probably going to end up looking like Bambi on ice at the end of this, but what can you do? I've got to pack up at some point. I'm hoping this is just a shower. On the fishing front, strangely enough, absolutely rubbish. Nothing is happening at all. Well, I hope you guys can see me okay, but I've got to call it quits, I'm afraid. The weather has deteriorated pretty badly, and I've got a hell of a packing job to do, as well as a long walk back to the car and a half an hour, 40-minute drive back to Shrewsbury. So I really hope you've liked today's video. If you have, hit the like button, and if you want to see more, smash it and subscribe. Thanks for watching.